Right, lads, welcome back to Ben Does FM, and in this episode we have got a Charity Shield game for you against Man City and our first league game of Season 3 in the Premier League against Arsenal. We have got a very, very tough run of fixtures. Just have a look at this. Man City in the Community Shield, Arsenal, Man City in the league, Liverpool away, Chelsea, Villa, Spurs and Manchester United. Yeah, this is going to be a real test and it's really going to tell us where we are and whether we've improved in the off-season. But let's get into the Charity Shield first and see if we can make it 2 from 2 at Wembley. Lineup for the Charity Shield. We are going to go with Marcussin in goal. Harambu at right back. We're going to go with Mark Gahey at centre half alongside Pavon. I'm going to go Nico Riley at left back against his former club. Oh, this is interesting. So, deep lying playmaker. We're going to go Fatsu Vera, but he is not fit. So, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. And we're going to go Jim Vestin in the defensive midfield position. We are going to go with Rayan on the right-hand side. We are going to go with Baldanzi and, of course, Jack Grealish. And we're going to go with Nicolo Tresoldi up top, the £50 million centre forward. Just have a look, see if there's anyone we want to get on the bench. Don't think so. I think that is it. So that's going to be the team to face Man City in the Community Shield. Right, let's see how we get on here then, chaps. Yeah, be interesting to see how the new signings get on. Tresoldi, Jim Vestin, Nico Riley, and Mark Gahey. I thought that was nearly an unbelievable start. I don't know who that was who just had that shot. But, yeah, let's see how these new signings get on. Interested to see how we go. I'm excited with the squad that we've built. We did let go of someone on loan, and that was Prismbeck. He has gone to Nottingham Forest. I just didn't feel like he was going to get a huge amount of game time. Rayan's got down the right-hand side. I thought he was just going to whip that in then. Yeah, Prismbeck has gone to Forest on loan. Don't mind him going out on loan. He's 21, needs game time. I just didn't feel like he was going to get a huge amount. We have, as I keep saying, got some... What an effort that was from Nicolo Tresoldi. That would have been some way to announce yourself. Yeah, didn't think he was going to get a huge amount of game time. So moved him on out on loan. Yeah, I'm pretty happy now with the shape of the squad. So let's see how we get on in this game. Oh, I just don't know. Why do we do things like that? Why do we do things like that? Baldanzi's got himself sent off, and now it is backs against the wall. Right, big second half here. No expectations now after Baldanzi getting sent off, apart from us losing, to be perfectly honest. But we have just gone 1-0 up. Rayan has scored straight from kickoff. Jack Grealish has just hung a ball in the box here, and Rayan at the back post has got his head on this. I don't know who is marking him or whether he knows that Rayan is coming in behind him, but it's out Nori. Rayan has just jabbed that in. Stirrup in goal for Man City. I don't know who that is. Has just stood there, and it looks like it's pretty much an empty net. We've gone 1-0 up. Right, thrown to the Lions. Half an hour to go. We might need to make a change up top. Tresoldi hasn't been brilliant. We can bring on Makovic, and we might look at what we can do in terms of formation and things here. Right, nothing silly, please, boys, in these areas. That will do. Get it forward. We need to win that if we can. We have. Oh, I thought we were going to get in there. City have picked this up. It's going to be a bit of a struggle now. We are definitely going to need to use all 5 of our subs because people are going to start to get knackered. Savio has just driven into the box. He's cut it back to Ruben Diaz, and Ruben Diaz has smashed it in the back of the net. City have equalised. It's 1-1. Yes, it's going to be a long 30 minutes, I feel like. A relatively quick highlight. We've managed to nick it off Haaland. I just don't like... Yeah, I just don't like us messing about a bit at the back. Harambu's picked this up. He's driven forward. Knocked it back to Fatsu, who's just dinked a ball into an area to nobody, and we've given it straight back to Man City. They are just going to have a bit of a field day now, knocking it around, you would have thought. We're going to be doing a lot of chasing. We just got to try and hang on in there for as long as we can. If we can get to penalties, it would be incredible, he says, as Erling Haaland gets through on goal and makes it 2-1. Oh, is it offside? Is it offside? Please be offside. No, it's not. 2-1 Man City. That's probably game over now. I can't believe what Baldanzi has done to us there. Just why has he made that tackle? Just doesn't need to have done it. It's completely killed us. To go 1-0 up as well, just a little bit frustrating. Anyway, we've nicked it off City there. Can we somehow get back into this game? It's going to be a tough ask, but if we can just somehow get it to penalties, I feel like it's going to be more like 3 or 4-1 than us getting back in the game, being perfectly honest. O'Reilly's done really well there, made a decent tackle. Mark Gay's playing a 6.3, so that's not ideal. Right, we can't get near City here. That's definitely offside, that one. That definitely looked offside. So I always get these wrong, so no doubt it's going to be a goal, but that one definitely did look offside. Yeah, it is. Last 5 or so minutes, can we somehow get back into this game? Give a bit of encouragement to our lads. 7 minutes of added on time. We've done pretty well here, considering. But, yeah, disappointing to go 1-0 up. Maybe I should start changing my tactics when we do go down to 10 men and things. But I've never done it, so I'm not going to start doing it now. Looks like it's going to be 3-1 here at the end. Oh, my God, Marmoush has missed from about 6 yards. But, as I say, never done it. No point starting doing it now. But that is, unfortunately, a defeat in the Community Shield. We're not going to watch Man City lift the trophy. Yeah, disappointing, but we didn't really ever expect to beat City, did we? Right, Arsenal away then, chaps. Let's see how we get on here. First league game of the season. Obviously just been beaten by Man City in the Community Shield. But let's see how we go. Marcusson in goal. Harambu, Mark Gahey and Pavon at centre-half. Nico O'Reilly at left-back. We are going to go with Fatsu Vera and Jim Vestin again. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to bring... Let's go with Marco Martins and see how he gets on. So Marco Martins and Jim Vestin in midfield. We're going to go Rayan. We're going to go Naheem because we're not best pleased with Baldanzi. We are going to go with Makovic wide left. And we're going to go with Trezoldi up top. That is going to be the team to face Arsenal. Let's just make sure we've got no one that needs to come in. No, I think that looks good. That's the team that's going to face Arsenal. So a little bit of a risk in terms of that midfield too. Very, very young with Jim Vestin and Marco Martins. But let's see how we get on. Yeah, let's see how we go with that midfield pairing. Very inexperienced in terms of the Premier League, but we've got to start somewhere, haven't we? Right, early highlight. Harambu with the throw-in. Let's get this in the box if we can. We've played that really well. Is that a penalty? I thought that was a penalty. We need to nick this because if we don't, Arsenal are flying forward here. And knocking it about. Can we nick this? We don't want Odegaard to shoot. He always scores from long range. And there we go. Martin Odegaard has scored. It looked like it was going to be an attack for us. Arsenal have broke straight down the other end. And it's 1-0 to Arsenal. Not the best of starts. Not ideal. But let's see if we can get back in this game somehow. I'm looking for a lot more from Trezoldi in this game. I'm not going to lie. He was very, very poor against Man City. Right, we've nicked it hard at the pitch. Rayan's going to get us at the back post. Makovic is there. Has that hit the base of the post or have they saved that? I think it's been saved. That is a big opportunity though. 40 minutes on the clock. So all the most of the highlights have been from us. O'Reilly's got this in. Rayan was at the back post here. Harambu's picked it up. Naheem, he's hit the post. See, we do this so often against the bigger sides. We just can't afford to miss these opportunities. Arsenal have had one. Well, they did have up till that point. If they go 2-0 up here, I was about to say they've had one shot on target and they've scored. But now I've said that, Martin Odegaard's going to jab this in, isn't he? Oh, I thought it was in. Right, a couple of changes with half hour left. We need to try and get back in this game. We've had the better chances. We've got the higher XG, but as usual, we haven't found a way to hit the back of the net pretty much full time now. Into added time, we've been the better team. We haven't been able to score, and we've lost 1-0 against Arsenal there. The match momentum doesn't look good, but in terms of our XG, yeah, we've got to do better in front of goal. Tresoldi's got to pull his finger out. He's been pretty useless in the first 2 games for us, not going to lie. That 50 million quid's looking expensive. Man City at home then, fellas. This is the team selection. As you can see here, we are going with a slightly different approach in this game. Let's see how we get on. So we're going to go with Harambu at right back, Mark Gahey, and let's go with Cittadini. Let's give him a game. And Nico Riley, left back. We're going to go Eric Martel. We're going to play a Mazzala in this game. See how that goes. And we're going to play Baldanzi in that role. We're going to go Fatsu Vera in there. So that's going to be the midfield 3. Martel, Baldanzi, Fatsu Vera. We're going to go with Rayan and Jack Grealish. And up top, we are going to persist with Tresoldi. He has got to pull his finger out, though. Really has got to pull his finger out because it's not been good enough so far. He's really, really struggled. That's the team to face Man City. Let's see if a change in formation can give us a bit of a change in fortune. Right, can this formation change help us out a bit? Because we've lost the first 2 games, albeit against Man City and Arsenal. They have been by the odd goal, so there is some positives to take. We were definitely the better team against Arsenal as well. We probably should have won. So let's see how we get on. As I said, this formation change, let's see if this makes any difference. Man City haven't created anything yet in this game. I say that and they've had 2 shots in. They'll definitely be from long range, having looked at those XG. But a pretty boring first half. Not much to talk about. Well, not anything to talk about, he says, as a highlight pops up. We've given it away on the edge of our half. Man City are flying forward. And that is a great save from Murkison. And Man City have scored. Man City have scored. I wasn't... just what are we doing from this? To concede from a corner against Man City is just absolute stupidity. Right, this is just the second highlight of the game. Can we do something? Our players are just not performing at the minute. Like, look at our front 3, all playing a 6.2. Baldanzi's nicked that, though. Got it forward. Can we do something with this attack? That is a great ball from Grealish. Tresoldi, he's just got to score. He's just got to score. We can't miss those opportunities. Let's see if we can do anything from this corner. Ryan's going to whip it in. It's just, yeah, we've got to score when we get those chances. Ryan's now got into the Man City box. That is a good save from Edison. We're doing better in this second half, but we're still not doing good enough. Gone short with the corner. Grealish's cross hasn't even beaten the first man. Should be end of highlight. Right, 4 changes made there. See if these can make any difference. We're bringing on Zeballos for his debut in the Premier League. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to change formation now. We are going to go back to this because we need to try and nick a goal. We're also going to take Nico O'Reilly off because he's not been doing very well. Our 2 players that we've spent nearly £100 million on, Nico O'Reilly and Tresoldi, have been absolutely useless, by the way, in these big games. Right, 6 minutes added on time. We've done next to nothing in this match. Can we somehow get a late goal? Man City are on the attack. And that's going to be 2-0. Game over. Oh, what is this start to the Premier League? The sides that we're playing, like, it's just ridiculous. Why? How's the game done this? Oh, it's been disallowed. So it's going to be another defeat by the odd goal. But yeah, what is the game doing to us here? Right, that's the end of this episode then, fellas. Not the best of starts to the season. We have lost all 3 games, all by the odd goal. And our new signings have looked utterly shit, to be perfectly honest. And it's not like we haven't spent a decent amount of money on them. 50 million for Nicolo Tresoldi, nothing. 50 million from Nico O'Reilly, nothing. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. But if you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you're new around here, please do subscribe to the channel. As I keep saying at the end of all these videos, we're going to get loads of content out for FM26. I hope you've enjoyed the Millwall save so far. We're going to continue with this up until release date for the new game. So yeah, let me know if you're enjoying it. Let me know if you think the team is good enough to get back into Europe. What's going on as well? We've still got a really tough run of fixtures. We've got Liverpool away, Chelsea at home, Villa we've got to win, and then we've got Spurs and Man United. So yeah, some really tough fixtures coming up as well. We're currently sat down in 19th. Not a good start. We'll see you on the next one.